Hi everyone, this is Madhura Girish. And after having to learn so much from various mentors of mine, from various coaches of mine, some people have paid a lot, some people have paid very less. But what is important that I learned is when somebody asks me, how is this mentor? I mean, if I want to learn from him or I want to learn from her, how is this mentor? And my simple answer to them is the mentor is always amazing. The teacher is always amazing. The coach is always amazing, because if they were not amazing, they wouldn't have been where they are. They are a coach, they are a mentor, they are a teacher because of certain capabilities, certain knowledge, certain skills that they have imbibed, which is difficult for anybody else. So the teacher is always good. What's different is how good the student is. So if anybody asks me that should I enroll into this because is the coach good, I say no. Ask yourself, are you good enough? If you are capable enough to learn, pick up, and take actions of whatever your coach is telling you, then go ahead. So throughout our life, we have always been learning and being mentored and coached about how you can be successful and what are the roadmaps to become successful and what is the formula for success. And we're always running about what is it that we need to do. And yes, let me tell you, after learning from so many coaches, and now after being a coach for about 2.5 years now and having 6,000 mentees in my own community, and when I look at the success rate of these mentees, I understood that whatever is the coach teaching and whoever is the coach, whoever is the mentor, the success rate is about 10 to 15% and max is 20%. The remaining 80% is always definitely going to be the student's failure. And why do I say that and how do I say that is I have realized that everyone teaches the best of knowledge that they have. They give the best of skills that they have, the best of content that they have, the best of everything and anything. Because when a mentor goes in online and charges a certain amount, has a thing in their head that I want to be my best, I want to give my best, I want to give my everything that it takes to make this student a success. Yes, that's what a mentor thinks when he is teaching another person something. But still, why is the failure very high? Now, I want to teach you that how can a person fail? And this is very important because once you learn what is the roadmap to failure, you will know what not to do. So here I am teaching you how to fail. Yes, that's about it. How to fail. The first and the foremost thing is if you don't follow a structure or take instructions. Now, a lot of you have a lot of jargons in your head filled already that, this coach has taught me that coach has said this is what has been told in YouTube, and this is what has been told in Google, and this and that. Because today's world is filled with a lot of information, and information is there everywhere. But when you choose to learn from a particular mentor, and you decide to give your 100% to that mentor, at least for a stipulated period of time, it's important to follow, number one, the instructions that they have given, number two, the structure that has been planned. Because no matter who the coach is, the structure is the first thing that anybody is asked to learn. That how do you structure your mentees curriculum? So what is in the chapter number 1, chapter number 2, chapter number 3, chapter? No coach is a fool to go sit there out in the market and say that that I am going to teach you something and I'm going to charge you this, and then I'm going to, teach you something, and you think that the coach doesn't know. It's impossible. Every coach knows what they're teaching, and they're a master of it. And only then they get the confidence to be out there. So definitely they would have done a lot of research on how they need to structure a particular course. Now, your job as a student or as a mentee is to follow the structure. That is what is in step 1, what is in step 2, what is in step 3, without using your brain. Yes, let me tell you one more thing. If you were supposed to use your brain, you need not be here. I think you could use your own brain and be whatever you want and do whatever you want because you think you are more brainy. But if you are here and if you have paid the money, whether it's my course or any mentor's coach, you think that the coach has something in him or her to teach you that skill which you do not know. When that is there within you and you have made that commitment to learn, do something, then make sure that you are following the structure and following everything that is required to do which is a success rate. So the first thing is to follow the structure and take instructions, the most important thing. So you are 100% going to fail if you don't follow a structure or you don't take instructions. Number two, if you refuse to do the work. So if you feel like a failure today, you have to ask yourself this big question without any ego in your heart, that whatever has been told, whatever work has been told, have you actually done it? Yes. Ask yourself, have you actually done this? If you have done it, definitely you wouldn't have felt like a failure. Because let me tell you, after doing the work and then failing, you have a deep level of satisfaction that at least I've attempted and I am 10% ahead of others. I'm 20% ahead of others. And if not ahead of others, I'm 20% ahead of where I was before, where I was yesterday. So I'm happy that I've crossed that zone of fear and taken that action and done that work. And now I have a lot of knowledge. It's maybe just that I've failed. So you know that you can further take actions and go ahead. But if you refuse to do the work, what has been told to you, and then you fail, and then you just complain that, oh my God, I didn't get the results. I'm sorry. I don't know why I didn't get the results. Ask yourself, have you taken every action that was asked to take? Have you done everything that was asked to do? And have you given it your 100%? Have you done what it takes to be a success in that particular program? So yes, taking actions and doing the work what has been assigned is like one of the most important aspects of a successful person. So if you have failed, ask yourself, have you refused to do the work? Number three, if you obsess about the tactics rather than learning how to control your mind. What I mean over here is also related to perfectionism. A lot of people are running after being and making the most perfect whatever has been asked to. And in the process of trying to be a perfectionist, they lack a lot of many other skills which is required to be successful. So I would always say there is always a version 1, version 2, version 3, version 4 of a successful person, and version 1 is far better than version none. So it's okay. Even the biggest of the biggest companies have something called as beta testing. What does that mean is, yes, we are not yet perfect. We do have flaws in us. We do and can have mistakes in us, but we're testing. And that's why this is at a particular price. And once we are the alpha, we are going to charge you higher. So it's better that you accept and admit that I may not be number 1, but I can be number 3, number 4, number 5, but I'm at least there. So whenever a work is assigned to you and you are asked to do it, please do it and don't worry that is this the best version of what I could do it. So just remember that I have done it is more important than I don't know if this is perfect. I don't know if this is the best. And a lot of people, especially in the field that I am in, which is related to healing, it is very natural that when we coach healers, they are not technically strong. And I was also one of them who was not technically equipped enough to be like very good at a lot of technical stuff. And when that happens, we feel that we are going to be a little laid back just because of the technical stuff. No, what I say is start with what you have. Start with where you are to reach where you want to go. So do not worry about having the best of the tactics, the best of the skills, and the best of the looks, and the best of technology, and the best of camera, the best of mic, the best of laptop, the best of camera. No. What's important is you be the best version. If you are the best version, everything else will follow one day. If your content is good, there are people who do not have to show their face. They do podcasts. How is that possible? And they are successful is because they speak so well. The communication is so well. So don't worry about too much of tactics, and don't run about all those excuses that maybe I do not have this, I do not have that, I don't have the best of editing that is there, etc., etc., etc. The list can go on if you want to make excuses. So don't run after all those perfectionism, tactics, and learning much beyond that. If you procrastinate, this is such a big thing. Now, I want to tell you, I am not a procrastinator. I am someone who is an action taker. So whenever I want to do something, I give myself that time. Like, let's say I'm watching Instagram Reels and it is 11:37. The time is 11:37 while I'm watching Instagram Reels, and I have something very important that I'm supposed to do after this. I tell myself that at 11:45, I'm going to stop this and I'm going to start doing that. And I tell myself, if I do not stop at 11:45, I'm a failure. I am a failure, not of a big thing, but of that particular action taking task that I have been given. If I do not have the ability to stop that reel, close that app, and get started with what I'm supposed to do, whatever is the agenda next, I am a loser. So I feel ashamed to be called a loser in my own eyes. I'm not worried about what others think about me. I'm more worried about how I look at myself, because I feel having your own self-esteem for yourself is very, very important. So I give myself that target that it is 11:37, Madhura. 11:45, you're going to stop this Instagram, and you're going to, no matter how interesting the reel is, no matter how important the reel is, you are going to shut that down, and you're going to do whatever is required. And 11:44, my mind says that, Madhura, you can't be a loser. You are a winner. So maintain that and shut that down. And I take all that effort, because, reels are something that give me a lot of joy, because I feel it's effortless. Just have to do like this, have some internet Wi-Fi, and just keep doing this, and you can see whatever you love doing. Whatever is your niche, you keep getting information about it. Whatever is something that interests you. I think not me, many are intrigued and interested and engrossed and lost in that, either YouTube Shorts or YouTube or Instagram, Facebook. It's addictive. It's very addictive. And 11:45, I shut it down and I get started to do whatever work I have. So when you procrastinate, you have a lot of guilt of not doing what you have to do. So if you want to fail in life, make sure to procrastinate. Make sure to tell, let me do it tomorrow, let me do it day after tomorrow. What's the damn hurry? I'm not in a hurry. It's okay. It's okay I don't make my parents proud. It's okay I don't make my husband proud. It's okay if I don't make my children proud. It's okay if I do not feel proud of myself. It's okay if I waste this day, if I waste this hour, if I waste this entire life. It's okay. Kahan humko bhag ke jana hai? If that's your attitude, then please go ahead and procrastinate, because that's a very big point to fail. And today we're learning about how to fail, right? So if you wish to fail in life, make sure to procrastinate every little thing that you want. The next thing is, if you don't take complete ownership of your current circumstances. Yes. So every person has a circumstance because of which they are succeeding or because of which they are failing. It could be the time limitation. It could be money limitation. It could be your own capabilities. It could be your knowledge. It could be your skill. It could be your own environment, the people around you, or anything. But these are excuses, is what I am 100% sure. A person who is a winner has always had a history of how the circumstances were, but how did they overcome it, and how did they achieve, and how did they make it big in life. But if you think that you want to fail, then I would say that it is a very easy, beautiful, lovely way to say, my circumstances is not allowing me. I'm in a job and it takes away a lot of time, and that's why I can't be successful. I'm a housewife, have a lot of household chores to do, and that is why I am not successful. I have small kids at home, and that is why I'm not successful. I'm newly married and I need to give a lot of time and attention to my husband, and that's why I am not successful. I have a business to take care of, and it takes away a lot of my time and energy, and that's why I cannot be successful. I do not have the money since I'm a student, and that's why I'm not successful. Let me tell you, these are all simple excuses to escape success. So if you also like to fail in life and you want to know the roadmap to fail in life, make sure to make these examples of excuses, which I have just told, and just put it on the circumstances. Say that I am amazing, just that my circumstances were not that right. I had this work and that work and that work and this work, and I was traveling and I was not well, and someone in the family had a problem, and this happened and that happened. It's so amazing to give excuses, and it's so nice to fail. So if you are someone who wants to fail, make sure to put all the blame game on your circumstances, and then you fail, right? That's how you learn how to fail. Now, there's another point. If you don't understand that failure is a prerequisite for success, Now, this point tells you that there's something called as instant gratification. The next generation, which is someone who is born in 2000, I can say 10 and above. Yes, 2010 above are the generation who feel that I do something, I want the results immediately. I put something on Google search, I get the details immediately. I put something on ChatGPT, I get the details immediately. I put something on YouTube, I get immediately. I ask something to my parents and I get it immediately. So they have a beautiful feeling of instant gratification and instant success and instant wow feeling, which is something which stops you from having a lot of effort and patience that goes in the real success. So I want to tell you that if you really want to be successful, you're lucky if it happens in the first time, but there is a high chance that 90% of the people fail before they succeed. And after they fail, I mean, 90% out of 190 people fail, and out of 90 people, 80 people give up. And there are 10 people who say, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to do it again and again and again and again till I succeed. If you haven't seen that reel on what Elon Musk has done with his, one rocket, go and put that on YouTube and see that Elon Musk rocket failure. And there's a beautiful reel in 30 seconds. He prepares a rocket for a launch. It goes and it blasts. The second rocket and it fails. It goes somewhere like this and it's a failure. And the third time, again, it fails. And the fourth time, it's a success. And he has put his time, energy, effort, and everything that's required to make that happen. And it happened. And that reel, you must put it on, reel again and again till it sinks in your head that it's okay to fail. If Elon Musk has failed and been successful, so why can't I? It's okay to do that. So immensely, it's important to understand that failure is okay. And it is the first time. So it's okay. Doesn't mean that I give up 100%. What's important is you learn what is the lesson behind it. Where did I go wrong because of which I failed? And how do I not repeat it the next time? And how do I improvise so that I become the successful version? But if you're watching this video and you want to learn how to fail, then make sure that if you fail once, you give up. You give up because you don't want to succeed. You just want to be looking like a failure and calling yourself a failure. So if you are someone who wants to fail in life, attempt anything, give it your best shot. But if you fail, do not attempt it again. I know you are understanding I'm being sarcastic about this, but I'm telling you that it's okay to fail. And no matter how many times you fail, you have to be resilient and tell yourself that I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back and I'm going to come back as many times as long as it takes for me to be successful. One life. Let's make it amazing. Let's succeed. And that's why make sure to keep attempting again and again, because every time you attempt to do something, you are going to improvise on it and become a higher version, better version, and be the best version. So definitely you need to do that. The next thing I want to tell you, when I refer to we here, it can be your mentor, whoever is teaching you. We have done 90% of our heavy lifting for you. It is really tough to execute the remaining 10%. So coming to me, whenever I teach my mentees, I make sure that I give 90% of whatever is supposed to be done for them as a ready plateau and give it to them. Now, the 10% is 100% to be executed by them. It's called the action taking part. Whatever is in the planning, the structure, the roadmap, everything that's required for anybody in whichever kind of field they are, whatever they're learning, a lot is already given by the mentor. What is the 10% that you need to do is what you only can do and nobody else can do it for you. So there is a saying in English which says you can take the horse to the well for water, but you can't make it drink. So the same, a mentor can give you all that motivation, inspiration, knowledge, skill, videos, live classes, accountability partner, and whatnot, and push you to do what needs to be done. But ultimately, it's you who needs to do what has to be done if you want to be successful. But this video is all about how you have to fail. And that is why you have to just not do anything in order to fail. So you have to tell your mentor that, come on, you only do the 100% also and make me successful. I'm being sarcastic again. So no, when a mentor is giving that 90%, you have to take that responsibility to do that 10% and be successful. 8 is if you don't do work with your full heart and soul. Now, there are two reasons when you do that. Number one, if you are forced by someone to do something, then definitely you will not do it with your heart and soul. You're just doing it for the heck of somebody asking you to do it. So definitely you will not give it your heart and soul. It could be anything in this universe. If you have been asked to do it and you're forcing yourself to do it, it is absolutely going to be not from your heart and soul. And I can understand that. But the second circumstance is when you are asked to do it and you wish to do it, but still you are just doing it for, let's do it for the heck of doing it. I'm not yet prepared. I actually do not have that kind of time. So let me just try and attempt. Let me just give it a shot and do. If that is what is your attitude, I'm sure you're going to fail. So when you say that I want to be XYZ, I want to be successful, you have to understand it will be coming out of your comfort zone. There is a beautiful space called comfort zone where you are very comfortable in life, and that comfort zone has given you the life that you currently have. If you're happy with the life that you currently have, then please stay there. But if you feel, no, I want to do something big, I want to become something big, I want to do something big, I want to become something big, I want to achieve something big, you cannot be doing it from the space of your comfort zone, because you need to go to the next level, which is coming out of your comfort zone, doing things you have never done, learning things you have never learned, and being the person that you have never been, if you want to actually be super successful. And for that to happen, you need to come out of your comfort zone and do everything with your heart and soul. It can't be just ऊपर से थोड़ा थोड़ा काम किया और बोला कि नहीं, it didn't work. I did what you told, but it didn't work. Excuse me, you're doing this for yourself and not for anybody else. So if you think that this is something important for you, you are going to give it your heart and soul and give it your 200%, 300%, 400%, which means you are going to sacrifice your sleep if it's required. You're going to put in your money if it's required. You're going to break out of your comfort zone and do what is required. You're going to do whatever has been asked, even beyond whatever has been asked, because it's you who wants to be successful, and it is for you who you are doing this for. And for making this happen, it is you who needs to give it your 100%. And that is why I say that do whatever you have wished to do with your heart and soul. Maybe you are not able to see the results today. You will see it someday if you continue to do it. There are two kinds of fruits. One is called as Drishya Phala. One is called as Adrishya Phala. Drishya Phala is what I said, like you do something and you get instant results. You do something and you get instant results. But there is something called as Adrishya Phala, which is unseen fruits, which is an account which is getting collected. And when the right time comes, you see that the results have come and the fruits have come, which is what you need to wait for. So maybe you're attempting, you're doing, and you tell me, no, Madhura, I've done it. I've given it my heart and soul, and still I have not succeeded. Then understand that, ask yourself that from the time you started to where you are today, maybe you have not seen that success in terms of monetization, in terms of followers, in terms of results, in terms of whatever you have expected that this is my definition of success. Keep that aside for a while and look at yourself, your mindset, your skill, your capabilities, your comfort zone. Have you not come a long way? If you have given it your heart and soul and done a lot and put a lot of effort into doing whatever you want to do, you definitely have changed as a human being. The way you think, the way you feel, the way you talk, the way you believe, the way you take actions, everything is amazing now. It's just that maybe you haven't seen that definition of what is called success as the results, but it's going to happen because now that you have changed, the next step is nothing but the results. Sometimes it comes early to people, we call them lucky, and sometimes it comes late. And that is where hard work comes into picture. Because sometimes there could be talent, there could be skill, there could be knowledge, there could be you have put your heart and soul, but still if you don't succeed, then definitely it is a little bit of luck, the right timing, the right tweaking that is required in order to be successful. But this video is all about how to fail. And that's why I say that if you feel that, I want to understand how to fail, then don't put your heart and soul into it. Your old self is not designed to realize success. So I have a couple of examples here. There's a cricketer who used to get out at 99 runs every time. And in an interview, somebody asked him, darling, why do you get out at 99 runs every single time? Is it a coincidence, bad luck, or what is it? He said, no, I do it intentionally. When asked why, he said, I don't know English. And if I hit 100, they're going to call me on the stage and ask me for a speech, and I don't want to talk. So I feel the lack of confidence to talk. And that's why, just to avoid coming on the stage, I'm every time getting out at 99. Now you realize that he is the reason for his failure, because of his old self is not designed for success. The second example that I want to give you, there was a lady who had extreme knee pain. She used to go to a healer, get her healing done. The first day she went, she came back. And the second day when she went, she said, I am so happy. I saw results and my knee pain is reduced. And the second day and the third day and the fourth day, and she continued to come for about a few days. And suddenly she disappeared. And the healer was thinking maybe she's stuck with something. And one day she met the healer. And the healer said, why did you stop coming? You didn't even inform me. What happened? She said, let me be honest. When I had knee pain, my son, my daughter-in-law, my grandchildren used to be very loving, caring, helping me, getting water to wherever I'm sitting, getting food wherever I was sitting, taking care of me, because I had extreme knee pain and I couldn't, walk around. The moment I started taking healing from you and I start feeling better, I used to come back home and tell them that I'm feeling better and my knee pain is reduced. And they stopped taking care of me. They started ignoring me because they felt that the knee pain is less, and let her go and take her own water, let her go and take her own food, do her own things, and we don't need to help her. And that's when I felt that I'd rather have a knee pain and have them helping me than be free from knee pain and stay away from them. So I chose to tell them that no, I do not want to go there because it's difficult. But I have slowly again started getting the knee pain. And over a period of 1 week, I started saying, I am again back in pain, and they love me again. And looking at that story, sometimes you realize that, success is near. You don't want to go there because sometimes you can't handle it. This is an example, but it could be anything. Sometimes people can't even handle a lot of money. They say, okay, the money has come, I don't know what to do about it. So you should ask yourself that if I have to go to the next level, not only the next level, but how do I prepare myself for the next level? Because the next level will definitely appear, can get designed, can be manifested. But what about me? This situation and this situation, this is the old one, this is the new one. I am ready for this, but how do I get ready for this? And that is why I know a lot of people reject certain families to get married because they're extremely successful and they are not. They say, no, I can't handle that kind of a family. So ask yourself that, are you not ready for the next level of success? And if yes, then you will know why you're not successful. The 10th one, if you focus on multiple things rather than the one thing required to succeed. And this is one very important aspect of how to fail, that you do multiple things, juggling about that. I'm going to take care of the house also. I'm going to take care of the household chores also. I'm going to take care of my husband, my children, my cooking, myself, my health, my, whatever course I'm doing, and the success of my professional life. If you think that you are a superwoman or a superman, or multiple things that you can do at one point of time, let me tell you, yes, it's possible, but for a limited period of time. But that's not how successful people do things. You need to understand what are the things I need to assign to somebody, which can be replacing my effort without affecting much, and what is it that is my priority. If you put your 1 hour into household work like vessels, washing clothes and the household cleaning and dusting, blah, 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 I cannot name it. There's a list of things that you can do at home. Another hour takes away in cooking, and you feel that these two things are taking away 2 to 3 hours of yours in a day. Let's say you assign that to somebody at a particular cost. Let me tell you, those 2 to 3 hours, you put it into your profession, into your goals, into your dreams, into your desires, into your career, into your professional life, and give it to you, or give it your heart and soul. The money that you have put it here is like nothing. You can achieve so much more, because if you are supposed to do the household work, are you meant to do this? I think then you can stick to this and do these things. Do not imagine to do this, which is the bigger work. Because if you are educated, if you are skilled, if you are knowledgeable, if you want to be successful, you can't be stuck with these limiting small things. One more thing is, you can't limit yourself not only to the things, but to the talks of people, to the things in your head and things into your mind, which are like the negative voices that you can't do it. Why do you need to actually do it? Is this really necessary? You have to give that all aside and say that I'm not going to listen to all of this. This is what is important for me. The same with even how did she do this to me? How did he say this to me? How did he behave like this? Why did he do like this? Every that little negative noise in your head from the past of your life, that this trauma I have and that trauma I have and this trauma I have, all of that is the noises which are stopping you from going ahead. Shut that down, heal yourself, and see that this is the goal, the dream, the desire, the future which you have to design for yourself. And this is what you want to be, this is what you want to do, and this is what is called success for you. Work towards it. So the little parts which do not require that attention, you need to bring them down. So when we multitask, it's going to bring down a lot of our efficiency. So it's important that we actually quit on that. And this is the most beautiful one. If you're stuck in the blame game and not looking within, yes, it's so amazing to say, my dad didn't do this for me when I was a child. My mom didn't do this. She didn't teach me this when I was a child. My husband didn't do this for me. My children do not cooperate with me. My house is not, my house is not good enough for me to do this. I'm not having enough money. I do not have this. And you put the blame to everything around except this. So whenever you ask yourself that how to be a failure and where do I put the blame, and your hand feels like you want to show it here and there and there and here, let me tell you, it has to come like this. If you want to fail, put it like this, that these are the reasons why I'm failing. But the day you decide that this is how I'm going to put it, you are going to win. So here is the roadmap to failure. And if you feel that you have failed ever in life, and you look through these 11 points, one or two of them are sure that you have done this. So let me once again tell you that there is a reason why some people succeed. There is a reason why some people fail. So if you have failed, ask yourself that who is the reason for this? And if you have still started giving those negative vibes around by saying that it is because of this person and that person and this person, nobody's going to listen to that. Nobody's going to care for that. What's important and what is the ultimate thing that is required is you are successful. And that can happen only with your effort, the non-giving up attitude, or doing whatever it takes attitude, being resilient, a multimillionaire times, and everything, giving it a gazillion times that if it's important to you, I'm going to do it till I, succeed. And this is the kind of mindset that you should have if you want to succeed. And assuming you want to fail, then please go ahead and follow all these instructions, and you're going to be a sure short failure. Wishing each one of you all the best in life, and wishing a lot of success in each one's life. And anything that is the voice within you saying that I want to succeed, I want to succeed, I want to succeed, then let me tell you that there are 1 million ways to succeed, and there are 1 million ways not to succeed. It is your personal choice to decide that which voice do I listen to within me. And that's what is important every time you have been given a choice. All right. On that note, bye.